You step onto the plane, walk down the narrow aisle, and find your seat. But the moment you sit down, reality hits you. Your knees are jammed into the seat in front of you. Your elbows barely fit on the armrest, and your lower back already hurts. You shift around, trying to get comfortable, but deep down, you know it's impossible. Now, let me ask you, are airplane seats actually getting smaller, or does it just feel that way? This isn't just another rant about uncomfortable flights. Oh no. But today, we're diving deep into one of the biggest aviation industry secrets. And trust me, you're going to be shocked by what we uncover. Because the truth is, airlines don't just shrink seats randomly. There's an entire strategy behind it. One that involves psychological manipulation, deceptive design, and a battle between passenger comfort and corporate greed. If you've ever felt like flying is more of a punishment than a convenience these days, you are not crazy. The numbers, the history, and even insider confessions from airline executives prove it. I am Joseph Kabulu, and this is Flight Realities, where we break down the truth behind aviation, the industry, and the business of flying. If you've ever wondered why airline seats are getting smaller, how far this will go, and whether we are headed for standing room randomly flights, then stick around because this is going to be one hell of a ride. And hey, if you find this topic as outrageous as I do, drop a like, share your worst flight experience in the comments, and if you love content that exposes the truth behind aviation, make sure to subscribe. Trust me, this is a conversation you don't want to miss at all. All right, let's get into it. Let's rewind for a second. Back in the 1960s and 70s, flying was a completely different experience. Airlines weren't just trying to get you from point A to point B. They were competing to offer the best experience, big plush seats, gourmet meals, and legroom that felt more like a lounge than a metal tube. Why? Because back then, air travel was a luxury. The average person wasn't flying multiple times a year. Airlines weren't looking to cut costs at every corner. They were trying to impress passengers. Now, fast forward to today, and it feels like we're in a flying sardine can. How did we go from spacious cabins to barely being able to recline without someone yelling at us? It all changed when airline deregulation happened. In 1978, the US government deregulated the airline industry, allowing airlines to compete freely on ticket prices. Before that, the government controlled how much airlines could charge, so companies competed on comfort and service. After deregulation, the only way to attract passengers was to make flights cheaper. At first, this seemed great. More people could afford to fly. But airlines quickly realized lower prices mean lower profits. And the only way to maintain profits, squeeze more passengers onto every flight. Thus began the Great Seat shrinkage. So if you think you are imagining it, let's look at the hard facts. In the 1990s, the average economy seat width was 18 to 19 inches. Today, most economy seats are between 16 and 17 inches wide. That's 2 inches gone, which may not sound like much, but when you're stuck in a seat for hours, it's a huge difference. Legroom? Even worse. In the 1970s, the average seat pitch was 34 to 35 inches. Today, 28 to 31 inches on most airlines. For reference, Spirit Airlines has a pitch of 28 inches, the absolute lowest in the industry. That means if you are taller than 5'9", your knees will be touching the seat in front of you. But it gets even more diabolical. Airlines have redesigned seats to be thinner, making them look like they haven't changed much. Ever noticed how some seats already feel slightly reclined when you sit down? That's intentional. It creates an illusion of comfort while actually reducing your personal space. And then there are the slimline seats, introduced in the early 2010s. Slimline seats are marketed as slicker, lighter, and more ergonomic. The reality, they have less padding, making long-haul flights a nightmare. Airlines argue that these seats save fuel, making flights more affordable. But passengers say they are sacrificing basic human comfort for profit. So, what do you think? Would you rather pay more for better seats, or is cheaper travel worth the discomfort? Let's argue it out in the comments. Here's where things get crazy. Some airlines have actually proposed standing seats. Yes, you heard that right. Standing. Ryanair's CEO once suggested strap-in seats like a roller coaster, allowing planes to carry more passengers. People laughed. But what if years from now, budget airlines actually introduced it? And then there's double-decker seating, where passengers sit on top of each other in bunk beds. Both Airbus and Boeing have patented stacked seating concepts for economy class. Could this be the future of flying? Would you ever take a standing seat for a cheaper flight? Drop your answer below. Here's the thing. Airlines won't change unless we make them. If enough passengers refuse to book flights with terrible seating, airlines won't be forced to rethink their strategy. But the problem? People always choose cheaper tickets. That's why airlines get away with it. Because no matter how uncomfortable it gets, we still buy the tickets. So here's my question for you. What's your breaking point? Would you ever refuse to fly an airline because of their seating? Or do you think passengers just need to accept that air travel is changing? This debate is far from over. I want to hear from your thoughts. Comments below. Are airplane seats getting smaller, or are people just complaining too much? And if you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe for more aviation deep dives, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. Because trust me, next time you fly, you're going to look at your seat differently. This is Flight Realities, and I'll see you in the next one. And until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.